The Moors are either erased from history or perceived as evil conquerors, but we will now tell you who the Moors really are based on their ideology and history.
Visigoth rule of Spain was very unfavorable to the mass of people prior to the arrival of the Moors. But at 711 AD, the people of Spain welcomed them with open arms and viewed them as their saviors.
Their ideology and faith is Islam, and that is derived from their view of knowledge is power, which is key to the rule of the Moors and the significance it had on the world then and today.
The Moors originated from North Africa after the rise of Islam. They arrived in Europe at 711 AD. They took over the vast majority of Spain, Sicily, and parts of France. Afterwards, during the reign of Abdul al-Rahman, experienced a golden age of art, literature, science, and architectural achievements. In contrast to their other European counterparts who did not receive the same surge of knowledge and achievements. Eventually, what led to the downfall of the Moorish Empire was the negligence of the Caliph Abdul al-Rahman III's reign, where he didn't have an army and was forced to hire mercenaries, which destabilized the empire into easily conquerable territories for when the Spanish reconquered Spain, leaving two large Spanish factions known as the Castiles and the Aragons to join forces to eventually unite Spain by conquering the remnants of the Moorish Empire, in 1492 ending the Moorish Empire.
In the time Moors were in Spain, France, and Sicily, they introduced new innovation in crops like rice, wheat, cotton, oranges, and lemons. Also, more knowledge of irrigation and cultivation of crops were taught. During this time in London, where the people had forgotten the technical advances of the Romans, Moors built paved streets that were lit by lamps and aqueducts that conveyed water throughout the city. Also, in 875, Ibn Firmas made the first scientific attempt of flight. His attempt was successful, but not the same could be said about the landing. Not to mention they introduced paper to Europe as well as algebra and the current number system we use today.
Crops introduced during the Moorish Empire are still a key factor of trade and exports in the Spanish economy. The Moorish development of irrigation was beneficial to the development of current techniques of water system and sewage systems used today. Paper was introduced by the Moors in Europe and played a pivotal role in the recording of knowledge and history. The Moors introduced a simpler and more comprehensible number system we still use today. The destabilization and eventual fall of the Moors led to a crusading mentality. And finally, one of the most important, if not the most important for this class, is acquiring of Toledo to Christian Europe, and its vast assortment of knowledge laid the foundations of the Renaissance and the scientific revolution which made Western civilization what it is today.